What's the story with the transplant? Did you go to Hartford?
We called them.
We have appointment December 9th.
Oh, good. Did they get my material?
I don't know.
Well, they must have, because they wouldn't have given you an appointment otherwise.
Well, I don't know. We called. I called and I filled out that electronic thing that you mentioned.
Right.
And that did no good whatsoever. And so I called him finally, and I said, my doctor said that he filled out the electronic thing, and I filled out the electronic thing, and they said, we have no record of it.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you get there, with December 9th, you're probably going to get there before I see you again.
Mm-hmm.
When you get there, call my office when you're there, and say, because we'll have the records here. We'll send over the last two. We'll send over the last two evaluations. They can fax it over that minute.
Okay.
We did fax it, so I don't know why. In fact, I'm a little concerned if it goes to some anonymous thing. It's going to sit in some pile somewhere. No one's going to look at it. Whereas if you're there,
you faxed them. Did they call you and ask you for information?
No, I did. I sent it automatically.
You
I sent
did
it. Yes, to the Hartford Hospital fax.
Did you do
I don't know. I told you when I did it. The last time I saw you, like a day or two after the last time I saw you, in October 21st or 22nd.
Okay. October. We talked about it in September.
Right. Actually, I sent it. We sent it. I've been sending it to them every month. So.
You sent the evaluation.
Yeah, I sent it, but I just sent it to a fax number that appears on the website because I didn't know where to fax. My secretary didn't know where to fax it to.
I'll tell them.
So just tell them to look at it. Otherwise, I have a progress note every month from Mr. McConnell, including today, as a matter of fact, that kind of goes over how he's been doing and what his status is and everything like that, saying you'd be a good transplant candidate, which I think you would be. And
can I talk to you privately real quick? Because I have a question. I think it just maybe concerns you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
If it's all right.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. And actually, you know what? Then I'll do the exam at the same time.
Okay.
That's all right. Go ahead.
I appreciate you. I think I would be a good candidate for that. But there's still going to be the suspicion as to why I quit the hospital. What's your response to that?
You mean what?
Yeah, they're going to ask. I think, right?
Well, they may or may not. I think what will save you is that you have a Connecticut address, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you to do something that you may or may not feel comfortable with, and that is not quite to lie, but not to tell the complete truth. And I think that if you ask whether they've ever been evaluated before, you should say no. I don't think there's a record of anything because I don't think when you went to Rhode Island Hospital, did they?
They did testing. I was in the middle of doing testing.
I know that, but I don't think they didn't put you on a list yet, did they?
No, they did not.
If they didn't put you on a list, I don't know that. I'm not trying to be devious here. I'm just giving you some advice, kind of man to man.
I don't mind because I mean the negativity that's going to come from me being bounced out of there is going to transfer with me.
That's correct. So I think the best,
especially with this on my head.
And you see, I took my head off.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't take my head off.
I
don't wear this anymore because.
So the notes that I have, the notes that we have.
So I'm going in there without this.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to go through the last 2 or 3 notes, and I'm going to, if you don't mind me saying so, I'm going to expunge any mention of the Rhode Island Hospital Clinic. I can do that. And when you go there, you can just say that it's the first time you've been evaluated, and you decided to go because it was in Connecticut, and you thought it was closer than Providence. It's not that much further.
But here's a really difficult question.
Go ahead.
And the reason why I didn't want to lay it out in front of them.
Right.
Can we live with ourselves knowing that African Americans are rejected because of foul language and because I was rejected because of my religion? Because who's going to die next? I have the wherewithal to get through this, but I have to tell you, the depression and burden has affected my health.
Right.
Because I'm a nervous wreck now.
So
he's nervous about how they're going to. I mean,
and I should be because
we had an appointment.
We got flipped upside down.
We had an appointment with the Hartford Hospital, and our brake line failed, and we couldn't make it to the appointment.
Yeah.
And he's been worried ever since that they're not going to want me.
Do you want to know the real reason why? I don't want you to write this down. The real reason why I was bedridden.
Why?
I felt the stress just eating at me. I mean, it was burning. I had this burning sensation go through my body.
So I look at it in a couple of ways. First of all, I'm going to tell you something about Rhode Island Hospital. All right, I'm the medical director of the you don't know this because you come here, but I'm actually the medical director of the dialysis program at Rhode Island Hospital as well. Not the transplant program, the dialysis program. And the dialysis program at Rhode Island Hospital takes everybody, they don't turn anybody away. And so right now, 50% of the patients we take care of, we have 130 patients in the clinic. 50% of those people are not U.S. citizens who have no insurance, nada, nothing, zip. And the hospital pays for it. And as the medical director, I've never once, since 2009 when the clinic opened, I've never once been asked not to do this for a single patient. We treat all the patients are treated the same. So I agree with you about the transplant program, but the thing is, I don't have control over that, and I think that the hospital does other good things too. It doesn't turn anyone away from the emergency room. It gives people good care, and I've been working there for 25 years, so I have no choice other than to kind of, frankly, take the good with the bad. Many people are involved in the patient's care. The most important, by far and away, is the patient, him or herself, who sits absolutely at the center of our care plans and of our care. Many people are involved in the patient's care. The most important, by far and away, is the patient, him or herself, who sits absolutely at the center of our care plans and of our care.